Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the 11th episode of Yagate Kimi ni Naru, or Bloom Into You. Which, that title, Bloom Into You, that does kind of make sense, the more you watch the show, because you eventually realize what it's referring to, Nanami wanting to bloom into her sister. But, yeah, I want to say that because I keep forgetting whether or not I've actually said that or not, so I just wanted to make sure I actually did, that I do get what the title is probably referring to. But anyway, last episode, we are starting to really get the stage performance rolling. We had Koyomi finish up the script. We getting our roles figured out. The roles may adjust possibly in the future. I guess we'll see. But yeah, we're definitely getting closer to that. I should hope so. The show's almost over, and that's really all I remember from the last episode. But yeah, let's just get into it. 3, 2, 1, play. Nanami and Sayaka. Well, they were alone for a second. No problem. Hey guys, what's up? Oh yeah, they were doing like I completely blanked on that. Yeah, they were doing like a training camp thing. I can't believe I forgot about that. Okay, 3 days long. I cannot believe I blinked on that. I mean, I know I have memory problems, but that I should have remembered. That was a big thing. And I do also remember that little stinger scene we had with giving us some more details about what happened to Nanami's sister, of course, but I just don't really have much to say on that. But yeah, the current status of their relationship, I'm pretty sure that Yu is in love with Nanami and just tries to keep that fact a secret. I think that's currently what their relationship status is at. Last episode we had that little bit where she like backed away a bit, Because if Nanami finds out that Yu is in love with her, that changes things. In not a good way for her. But we're going to be spending our little training camp together, so, who knows what will happen during this. Sunflowers. Student council members. Some script rehearsing. Apparently I'm in high school. Yeah, and they all gave her different impressions of herself, I remember. You're lying, dude. You also seem pretty cute. Couldn't we do like a happy story for the stage performance? Huh. That does sound pretty cool. The idea of like, it gotta be one of these, so I guess I'll give them each a try and see how it goes. Huh. Sounds about right. Yes. Well, if it's supposed to be some sort of romance story, then yeah, that's where you would go with it. Did they just translate Sensei as Big Shot? What? Whatever. In other words, ooh, curry. Much fun was had. So nothing too eventful just yet. Very good work, girls. I'm very proud of you. Yes, we should. So are we gonna take one together? Like the three of us, or...? Okay, that answers that. Yes, it'll be fine. Well, I should hope not. Why does it keep giving me two conversations to follow at once? I mean, I would certainly react. Though again, that's my job, so... Wow, that's a face. I mean, we're all lesbians here, it's fine, just come on. Yeah, that's a big thing for her. I mean, two of these people have deep kissed each other, so just... I know you don't know about that, Sayaka, but... Oh, wow. That's a really nice looking underwear. Of course, Yu takes the initiative. Yeah, it's no big deal. Yeah, whatever that sub said there. Her underwear's alright. I was kind of hoping for red for some reason. I don't know. Guess I don't get to see Sayaka's. I would love to try staying in a big bath like that. They are pretty good. Awkward silence. Wow. Are you falling asleep there, you? Yeah, don't be silly. I would never do such a thing. I think Yu is the only one that doesn't seem to be just like really stressing about this. That's a good word for it. Yeah, Sugoi. Well, just watch the anime, you'll find out. Yes, I'm sure they are. They could be having more fun, but I should hope so. Having fun there, Nanami? What was that smirk? What are you thinking? They posted on my Instagram, you know, whatever the kids do these days. Wow. Counterattack. uh It's not what it looks like. That was a great pose of all of them. Well, I can see just fine. Well, these... I mean, I prefer to sleep in pitch black, personally. Well, then do it. That's a fair point. but it's not. Probably. She's like the least stressed, seemingly. Yes, if you saw her sleeping face, who knows what would happen after. So I guess Sayaka and Nanami are on a bit of a similar wavelength there. That is the question, yeah. Oh. Man. Wow, I guess they're all just kind of thinking similar things. I guess what happens when a bunch of... yeah, definitely. Guess what happens when 3 thirsty girls are all sleeping in the same room. Good thing nobody left, otherwise things could have got out of hand. Like one of them would go to the bathroom and come back and just, who knows what they would walk in on. Did she? I don't remember. Oh. So I guess it was the guy that she was talking to on the phone last episode? Maybe? There was a little bit of a reaction. I can feel your enthusiasm, man. Why, thank you. Of course you are. So she does know him. Well, that makes things interesting. Well, she can't really be that little girl anymore. She is now most certainly a big girl. With big girl thoughts. Centroid of the triangle. Don't think I've ever heard the word centroid before. That is not what they're saying. But I guess it's just localization, whatever. Yeah, I mean, I get where he's coming from with his choice. But they're actually saying it's just, you know, the hiragana, but... Yes, now stop distracting us. Flashback scene. Are you feeling a little bit hot back there, Sayaka? Cool. Yes, as expected of Nanami. Probably should. That's what that gaze was about? Yeah. The fact that he would know her sister, you know, be familiar with how she did as a student council president, it definitely... there's a lot of potential for something to develop there. Because he would be able to evaluate whether or not she's being a good version of her sister, you know? And offer an opinion on that. Yeah, there's really not. So he does have a girlfriend. A subset of relationship, but he actually specified girlfriend. Which is an important thing to specify in a show like this. Well, I want to, apparently. Probably wants to talk about things, you know, probably involving her sister. Maybe how she's doing as a student council president in general. Yeah. There we go. I was waiting for that. Sounds about right for how he was acting. Yeah. Awkward. Wow. That's some borderline abuse of power. Wow. I don't think a student council president should be doing such things, personally. But that's funny, though. I'm sure she was a very likable person. Anything to say to that? Yeah, this is where we're starting to get into the, you know, our stage performance story and the similarities, the parallels. It's because everyone sees the same person differently. Yeah. I don't think she really wanted to hear that. Oh, she definitely didn't want to hear that. Well, this... hopefully she's not too crushed hearing all that. Because her entire goal was to be like her sister. That was definitely an intense scene. Whatever. But I guess you wouldn't tell them that. For various reasons. Yes, I see. But her world just kind of fell down around her, so she's not in a great mood. Are you gonna try to seek some comfort in Yu's arms? And/or mouth? Uh... Bathing myself in her kindness. It's a nice way to phrase it. Okay. For a second, I thought she might actually really try to be a little bit clingy with you there. You might have picked up on something being wrong there. Possibly. Oh, yes, we do. Shut up. Yes, this man knows what's up. Listen to him. I gotta love Nanami's just, you know. I'm about to say, yeah. It's a good one. Rico, probably. Yeah, we don't need to burn down the area. I mean, there's really not much difference between high schoolers and elementary schoolers if you really think about it. Uh, should I be worried about that reflection? this supposed to be implying that she wants to see the world burn, perhaps? Probably not, but... Yay, 2 more conversations to follow at once. Yeah, certainly getting on in the years. Well, that's far less exciting than what they're doing. These are little sparklers. Let's just keep it still. Yeah, it really is. Anything to say, Sayaka? Something on your mind? Yeah, she definitely picked up on it, which I figured. When you look away as you say that, it's not very convincing, Nanami. Yep. Yes. Yes, I've heard that as well. But I guess Nanami didn't know Sayaka knew that. Yes. Was not the sister that I knew. Well, I could think of some suggestions, you know. Just become lovey-dovey with you and have a good time. Enjoy your youth and all that. Well, that's nice to hear, I guess. Wow, that was actually cute. You know, it just occurred to me, but yeah, Nanami and you have not talked a lot this episode, have they? I mean, we had a lot of internal monologuing and stuff, and a very nice conversation between Sayaka and Nanami there, but really not a lot of you and Nanami stuff. I mean, that's fine, the show doesn't have to revolve around them all the time, but it's just very noticeable. Well. That was certainly an episode. You know, this really is a pretty good show. I do kind of feel bad for, you know, how I was like for the first episode or two, where I just wasn't on board yet, but, you know, now that I've had more time with this show, had more time to see things develop, it really is a pretty well-written show. It just didn't do a good job of grabbing me initially. Okay, seems like that is the end of the 11th episode of Yagate Kimi ni Naru. And this episode, well, what to say about this episode? We began our whole training camp thing, which, you know, much fun's been being had. We're getting a lot of work done. It's, you know, it's a great, especially, you know, some of the funny stuff between Sayaka, Nanami, and Yu, who were just like sleeping together in the same room. Luckily, all three of them are together because, as we established, if only two of them were together, things could happen. Very, very not safe for work things could end up happening. You know, to touch or not to touch, that's the question. But yeah, just a lot of the inner dialogue is pretty funny, especially when you see how similar some of the characters' thoughts are. Very much so. They headed off to the bath together, you know, Sayaka had a lot of internal struggles before she agreed to go along, because she was worried she would have some sort of reaction, but, you know, luckily since she's not like, you know, a guy, she doesn't have to worry too much about a very visible physical reaction, if you know what I mean, but still, I guess just still stuff like blushing and, you know, not being able to look at her in the eye, things like that are still a concern probably, but anyway, she kind of, you know, said, no, I gotta go. I cannot have the two of them, you know, together naked in the bath alone, no, I gotta go. So she did, which, you know, probably for the best, for all things considered. But they all went to the bath together, were having a lot of fun. Although before they actually got into the bath, they of course had to get undressed, which was also a fun little scene. You know, Yu just took off her clothes first, you know, doing so the most, you know, naturally, easily, didn't really struggle with it at all, like, you know, some of the others kind of were. Because she's like, no, it's no big deal, you know, I do this sort of thing all the time. So she just finished getting undressed and headed off to the bath. And then Nanami, I think, was one that did it next, and then Sayaka didn't actually get to see her undressed. She just sort of, you know, we just skipped ahead, and she was in the bath as well. She actually did not get to see her underwear, which is unfortunate because we got to see the other two, and I kind of wanted to compare her taste in underwear with theirs, but oh well, because I was hoping at least one of them would wear red underwear. I don't know, I was just kind of hoping for that for some reason. But anyway, got to the bath, had a lot of fun, you know, not too much fun, really. Like, I've seen much more fun happen in baths in anime before, so pretty below average as far as bath time fun goes. But they did, you know, they got warm and cleaned up and stuff, you know, the important stuff, I guess, and headed back to the room. And that's when we started to really get into, you know, all their minds. Basically, they all came to the final conclusion, though, of it's a good thing all three of us are here, otherwise we might make some sort of mistake. So, you know, because all three of them were there, it was much less eventful than it could have been, basically. So I like to imagine what things would be like if Sayaka, you know, wasn't there. I feel like we could have had a very nice and steamy scene if that was indeed the case. But the next exciting thing to happen was the fact that Ichigaya, I believe his name was, showed up. And the reason why that's interesting is because he was a part of the old student council along with Nanami's sister, which means he knew Nanami's sister, which means he knows what she was like as a student council president. And this meant, and I knew it right immediately, that this would lead to some interesting stuff. Because Nanami wants to be like her sister. She wants to do the job that she couldn't do. She's filling the emptiness of herself with her mental image of her sister. But the fact that this really brought into the light is the fact that what she's becoming is not her sister. What she's becoming is her image of her sister, her idolization of her sister. And that was, you know, obvious, of course, but this really is what made it clear to her. Because she, you know, knew right away that he'd be a good way for her to know, like, how well she's doing as far as a sister substitute goes. But what he told her, she did not like, because she told him how it was. And of course, what's interesting about that is the fact that it does, like I said, parallel the story that they're doing, which, you know, that's good, because that's the more similar the story can get with the real circumstances, the better, because it just makes things more exciting. I was going to say the word interesting again, but I've been overusing that word. The point is, the way it's all coming together is pretty cool. But what's not cool is how crushed, you know, Nanami was kind of became as a result of that. Luckily, she did have Sayaka to comfort her. You know, Sayaka's obviously not going to be the girl that Nanami ends up with romantically. You know, that's just not going to happen. You have Nanami and Yu, like, on the cover of the anime, so they're obviously not going to become a couple or anything. But Sayaka is still very much close friends with Nanami, so she was more than willing and able to help her with that. And she did. They just sat there side by side playing with their sparklers. And Sayaka, who picked up on things, was able to just kind of, you know, talk with her and make her feel better. Which it seemed like she did. You know, we had some pretty positive-looking expressions on Nanami's face near the end there. So that was good. Although Yu definitely looks like she feels left out, you know. She really did not get to interact with Nanami much at all this episode. Like, how many words did the two of them actually exchange this episode? I don't think it was much. Like, it was really not much about it at all. Like, it really wasn't an episode about that. Which, you know, we kind of talked about the idea of them not, like, getting too involved with each other during the camp. Like, we kind of talked about that last episode. So it does make sense, you know, I'm not gonna, you know, criticize that or anything. Just, you know, I want to see them interact more, that's all. See anything else, really? I mean, not really. Let's see. Yeah, I think that really is about it. It's just, yeah, that scene between Nanami and Ichigaya was definitely intense, and yeah, that's a bit of a game changer there, because that could definitely lead to some change in Nanami in the future. Like, maybe she will, this just like completely drop this whole sister bloom into you thing that she's had going for her. Well, you know, after they're done with the stage performance, maybe she'll just try to be her own person from there. Since it is kind of what the... I mean, we don't really know. Actually, now that I think about it, they actually commented about the ending of the story, which I don't remember if they actually said what the ending was. I mean, they did say that she chose to be like choose the lover's personality, because they said she would like try all of them and decided on that one. Maybe that's what she meant by ending, but still, I do think that in the end we'll have a similar ending to both her story, her situation, and the story of the you know, the stage performance itself. You know, both those things might change. You know, I don't know which one will change more, but I think in the end they will parallel each other. At least that's what I believe. And then we'll have a nice ending with her and Yu. They'll be an official couple. Yu will be able to properly confess to Nanami that she's in love with her, and Nanami will be okay with that because she's had a change of heart about various things involving love and stuff, and it'll all be great. You know, maybe. I don't know. I guess we'll see. Next episode is the final... No, it's not. There's 13 episodes. Okay, so we're almost near the end. We have a couple episodes to resolve all this stuff, so hopefully it'll be great. I think the manga... Maybe I can check if the manga is still ongoing. Let's see. Yeah, it says status publishing, so I think that means it's still ongoing. So yeah, we can't have too conclusive an ending with episode 13, but hopefully we get something good nonetheless. But yeah, that was the episode. Thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.